Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Though a new state law allows adults 21 and older to use cannabis, it cannot be used in public places in Edina. Last month, the Edina City Council approved an ordinance prohibiting the use of cannabis and hemp products in public places in the city. According to the local law, a public place is property owned, leased, or controlled by a governmental unit, and private property that is regularly and frequently open to or made available for use by the public in sufficient numbers to give clear notice of the property's current dedication to public use. It does not include homes or yards or premises of an establishment or event licensed to permit on-site consumption. Similar ordinances are being adopted by many Minnesota cities to clarify each city's position that it does not want to allow the use of cannabis and hemp products in public places such as parks, trails, and golf courses.
To cover all the potential cannabis products that are available. So, for example, there's cannabis-infused beverages. Right now, the city doesn't want people using those in public, like in a public park or walking down the street, just like you probably wouldn't want to have an open container of alcohol in a public park or walking down the street unless it's part of a special permitted event. So that's the reason, just to make clear and not have any confusion, that that's what the city is looking for at this point. And that may be revisited in the future, but at this point that's the ordinance.
Using cannabis or hemp in public is a petty misdemeanor. Last month, the City Council also put a moratorium on the operation of cannabis businesses in Edina. The moratorium will allow city staff to complete an in-depth study to determine the appropriate controls for manufacturing, testing, distributing, and selling cannabis in Edina. City staff expect to bring forward recommendations before the moratorium expiration in 2024. The city will determine where to allow high-dose retailers to operate beginning in 2025. An 11-year-old boy fighting terminal cancer is visiting cities across the country to realize a big dream: to take an oath to protect and serve in as many cities as he can. In late August, the Edina Police Department and other local agencies helped grant that wish. Edina TV has DeVarjay Daniels' inspiring story.
It's a new day at the South Metro Training Facility. And for this young officer,
good morning.
It starts like the ones before, with one boot in front of the other.
Welcome to South Metro Training Facility.
DeVarjay Daniel has traveled a long way to reach Minnesota from Texas with his father and two brothers.
They're driving 1,200 miles to get up here to see us, and so we had to make it extra special.
Before the tour starts, those prized boots needing a polish display the name he prefers: DJ.
But not DeVarjay, because it sounds real boring.
Here he has access to the same training used by several police and fire departments.
This is our canine training area.
For DJ, this is one step on a long journey.
What would you do if I came here about five years later?
At age 6, he was initially given just 5 months to live.
With DeVarjay, I said, "You've got cancer. Daddy can't fix this. First time, Daddy can't fix it." And it pains me for me to tell you that. I can't do nothing about it. I said, but what we can do is we can embrace it. Let's go out to the world and let's tell your story.
So this is the training one. That's got a laser in the front of it.
That was 13 brain surgeries and 5 years in the past.
Hey.
He's using those steps to be sworn in as an honorary officer.
You can hop out.
With 1,000 police departments across the United States. Officers with the cities of Eden Prairie, Edina, Hopkins, Minnetonka, and St. Louis Park.
How you doing? Good to meet you.
Line up to witness that number reach 792.
How's that?
But a simple handshake lets you know these visits are about more than increasing that number.
Give the ladies a hug, because he refused to shake hands with the ladies, and that's it. We don't want nothing else. And just smile. That's worth more than money in itself.
All right, repeat after me each line, okay? On my honor.
On my honor.
I will always have the courage.
I will always have the courage.
To hold myself and others.
To hold myself and others.
Accountable for our actions.
A promise made to uphold the highest standards.
Congratulations.
Even when the cancer he's fighting tries to slow him down.
I'd like to say thank you for everybody and thank you for coming here.
Dan Carpenter, Edina TV.
Congratulations.
DJ Daniel continues his fight against cancer in his hometown of Houston, Texas. There, he'll also achieve something remarkable this fall given his diagnosis, starting a new school year as a 6th grader. The Edina Fall into the Arts Festival is returning September 9th and 10th to Centennial Lakes Park and the adjacent parking lot at 7601 France Avenue South. Approximately 250 artists, food vendors, and sponsors are participating in the festival this year. Art categories include two-dimensional, sculpture, wearable, wood, pottery, mixed media, photography, fine crafts, glass, and jewelry. Admission to the festival is free. More than 6,000 spaces of free parking are available around the park. Additional free parking is available to the north and south of the park.
We have a lot of new artists participating this year. We had an unprecedented amount of applications from the artist community, so we're very excited about that. Both the park here and the upper parking lot is completely sold out between our artisans that are coming and our sponsors that are participating. So we're just really excited for a very full event.
Proceeds from the Fall into the Arts Festival benefit the Edina Crime Prevention Fund, which contributes to many police programs and services, including the K-9 unit, motorcycle unit, police explorers, and Night to Unite. The fund also offers reward money for information leading to arrests for serious crimes. The festival also benefits Centennial Lakes Park, the Edina Arts Center, and the Edina Chamber of Commerce.
The Crime Fund has been established and in place for many, many years, and they provide a critical function to our police department in that they buy and they purchase up equipment and things that we need here. Oftentimes when we have gaps within our budgetary process, for example, and there's a lot of changes that happen in law enforcement, particularly more so than ever in the last, I'd say, 10 years, it brings us back to the table to ask for more needs and more equipment needs to help fund different purchases that we need. We need to stay really nimble on the different types of things and different technology that we have to leverage to be successful in this business, and that Crime Fund comes forward and really helps us out in that way.
This is the Chamber's second year organizing the Fall into the Arts Festival. Classes for Edina Public Schools are back in session. With school buses back on the road, please remember that state law requires all vehicles to stop for school buses when the driver activates the flashing lights and has the crossing arm fully extended. Drivers who violate the law face a $500 fine. Drivers can face criminal charges for passing a school bus on the right, passing when a child is outside the bus, or of course, injuring a child. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.